Uh,
Please.
Thank you very much, Nasser Aziz, for inviting me to this important meeting. I would like to speak on the situation on freedom of expression and the ill treatment of ethnic minorities in Pakistan, particularly Pashtuns. This is contrary to what Pakistan claimed at UPR. Yesterday, Peshawar is again attacked by the proxies of Pakistan military establishment, in which more than 92 Pashtuns were killed and 150 injured in civil lines Peshawar, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. It seems that Pakistan has signed another project or war to be executed in Pashtunistan and Pakhtunkhwa to earn dollars on the blood of Pashtuns. On January 18, 2023, the compromised courts of Pakistan, under pressure from Pakistan Army, dismissed the charges against Rao Anwar and his 17 subordinates and released them. In a country where not a single person or institution has been made accountable for more than 75,000 Pashtuns that have been killed extrajudicially and 32,000 forcibly disappeared in the last 20 years. Rao Anwar is the latest example of how the military establishment considers itself above the law. Thousands of Pashtuns protested in every nook and corner of Pakistan against the acquittal of SSP Rao Anwar, responsible for the killing of 444 innocent Pashtuns in fake encounters. That is how the compromised judiciary works under the coercion of Pakistani military establishment, acquitting notorious police officer who was considered responsible by a police commission ordered by the former Chief Justice of Supreme Court of Pakistan, Justice Saqib Nisar. PTM leader and elected member of Pakistan National Assembly, Ali Wazir, has been languishing in jail since 16 December 2020 after being charged in various false cases where he stands accused of sedition, treason, defaming state institutions. Even though he was granted bail by the Pakistan Supreme Court, he remained in jail due to other cases on the orders of Anti-Terrorism Court. The Chief of Army Staff General Khyber Javed Bajwa demanded that Ali Wazir apologize for his criticism of Pakistan Army in public remarks, stating that such criticism would not be tolerated. Needless to say, this is violative of the Pakistan Constitution's guarantee of freedom of speech, even allowing for reasonable restrictions. There is no official law prohibiting the criticism of Pakistan Army. These cases filed against Ali Wazir are only one side of the campaign of oppression that has been waged against him and other members of the PTM. Pakistan is a signatory to the International Convention on Civil and Political Rights, having ratified the document on 23 June 2010. Article 19 of the ICCPR provides explicitly that everyone shall have the freedom of expression. However, this idea is only paid lip service in Pakistan, as media censorship of minority rights movements is rampant. Pakistan is entirely intolerant of any criticism of the army or its excesses, and the Chief of Army Staff, General Khyber Javed Bajwa, has stated that public criticism of the army would not be tolerated. Article 14 of the ICCPR provides for fair trials. Of particular importance is the provision that everyone shall be entitled to trial by a competent, independent, and impartial tribunal, and the trial should be carried out without undue delay. The influence of the Pakistan Army and government over the judiciary has been well noted. Typically, activists are charged under a number of overboard statutes that commence maiden speeches to gatherings. The charges usually include incitement to riot, defamation, and sedition. Often these speeches made in a local dialect such as Pashto are translated incorrectly in Urdu in ways that make the charges seem more plausible. Due to the linkage between the judiciary, army, and government, the disfavored status of the activists' convictions on these trumped-up charges are the norm, even when evidence is scant. Even all news channels in Pakistan are monitored by the Pakistani Military Information Department and are broadcast on delay of few minutes, and sensitive or controversial comments are routinely cut. The draconian laws and the power of the military establishment have created an atmosphere of self-censorship where media outlets are unwilling to risk angering the authorities by covering disfavored people or topics. The founder of PTM, Manzoor Pashtun, has noted that a media blackout had been imposed on the group and that Pakistani media outlets were refusing to talk to the group. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Sir Aziz. Continuing with the remarks of Sardar Shaukat Ali Kashmiri, of course, Pakistan is the sponsor of terrorism. It's harboring terrorism not only in the region but within Pakistan, particularly in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan. And now we have seen another trend after that so-called peace deal between TTP and the state of Pakistan. All our human rights defenders, the journalists, our teachers, the liberal people are under attack. They are killed, target killed one by one, in the recent days. You would have heard of a very prominent, advocate and human rights defender, Latif Afridi, who was killed in a broad daylight by a person, brainwashed by the Pakistani military establishment. So that is very, very dangerous. This attack, yesterday attack on the police in Peshawar civil lines, it's an eye-opener. But you would be astonished to know that the TTP continues to attack. In the last 1 year, they have made 1,000 attacks, and most of these attacks were, executed in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. So we can see that the state is sponsoring all this, what's happening in Pakhtunkhwa, and on the other hand, those people like Ehsanullah Ehsan and now the Rao Anwar, they are given, space in mainstream media, to present their views. The terrorists are promoted. Even the compromised courts of Pakistan, they are quitting them. We were thinking that maybe one person will be made an example, before the international community, so that impunity stop. But even that hope of, the human rights defenders in Pakistan and all around the world has vanished in air. So there is a big problem in forced disappearances, target killings, extrajudicial killings, torture. It continues with impunity. Pakistan is violating all the United Nations human rights conventions and the recommendations of the states yesterday given by different states. I think until or unless we made it accountable, I think this impunity will continue, and the people, the ethnic minorities, the human rights defenders, they will be, persecuted, killed and tortured in Pakistan. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fazal sir.